Welcome back to the Collins Arena, Brookdale and Salem. First game here of 2024. As the Mighty Oaks have possession, they're looking for their first points of the game. Jump shot for Coley Lewis is off the mark, taken there by Burke. And here come the Jersey Blues. Leading by a 4-0 score early going. Running shot is good, and a nice move by Myers. He was looking for a call. No and one, but he'll take the 2 and a 6-0 lead. Naeem Scott shot off the mark. It gets knocked over to Bell. He's out in transition and draws a blocking foul. So the foul on Salem is their third, while Brookdale is yet to pick one up. This is an out-of-bounds situation for Brookdale, inbounding underneath. Irby bounce it in, and good defense from Scott knocks it out of bounds. So re-trigger in. Irby, nice find, and Askew slips it in with the right hand. That was one that he could have opted to dunk, but he lays it in easily. And it's the Jersey Blues who continue to pitch a shutout so far with an 8-0 lead. Brinkley looking to change that, and he can't. Shot misses, rebounded by Askew. Brookdale defense continues to stifle the opposition, but here's a turnover, a chance for the Mighty Oaks in transition, and their first 2. That's Naeem Scott with the easy layup, so make it an 8-2 score. Kareem Irby comes back to the basket, and he banks it in. So Jersey Blues have been able to get to the basket, get some easy ones, and they're out to an 8-point lead. As we played about 4 minutes, Irby picks up Brinkley defensively. Freshman's averaging about 16 points a game this season. Here he gives it up, catch and shoot Jones, can't get it to fall, and it's rebounded by Bell. Bell takes it back. Bell a spin. Bell misses, gets his own rebound in his hat. So Bell having a terrific start to his season as the new semester officially begins today as far as the second semester of the schedule. And Salem makes a few changes here. Austin Ruth is in. Shaquez Coley Lewis back in as well. Bell's second attempt, he's got it. 12-2, the Jersey Blues. Salem enters action 2 games under 500 at 3-5, but they come off a win as recently as last night. Jumper on the way for Wolford is too strong. Brookdale's looking to push it. It's Bell ahead of the floor. That will not count. Offensive foul. So Bell was looking for the and one. Instead, he turns it over. Enrique Ramos returns to the floor for the Mighty Oaks, whose win yesterday came at the hands of Rowan Cumberland, and it snapped what had been a 4-game losing streak for this team. So they're trying to get it pointed in the right direction, but that pass goes through the hands and a turnover. And we're going to get a timeout as Mike Green is waving his team toward the bench. And with 15:09 to play in the first half, we'll step aside here on Brookdale TV. Brookdale possession here, about 5 minutes gone by. Brookdale 12, Salem 2. Handed off for Burke, drives to the paint, fadeaway shot, misses. And Amadrine Jones couldn't catch it cleanly, ends up back with the Jersey Blues. No for Askew initially, but he tips in his own miss. Jersey Blue lead up to a dozen at its largest margin so far. Salem only 2 points on the board as they have faced the hounding defense of Brookdale, trying to get something going. Ramos unable to hit. Offensive rebound, second chance here. Jumper Brinkley, that's no good. Rebounded by Askew. Askew sets the screen. Around it goes Irby looking for space, and the foul will work on Salem. So this will be a free throw opportunity for the sophomore who's starting in his 12th consecutive game. Paul Chizik has gone with a pretty consistent starting group this season. 4 of his 5 have started all 11 contests. Irby shooting well from the line this year at an 81% clip. Out of Hillside, New Jersey, his second one good. All Brookdale all the time so far. They've scored 16 of the game's 18. That's 6 minutes elapsed. Enter the post. Austin Ruth backs in against Myers, forced to give it up. Here's Wolford able to knock it down on the high post. Askew again sets the screen. Irby gives up. Askew's got good position, can't convert on it. Rebounded by Wolford. Here goes Wolford going all the way to the basket. Wild shot with the left. Long outlet by Askew. Handled by Bell, and he coasts in for 2. That was like a quarterback to a wide receiver with Askew the pass and Bell the reception and the score. And now a whistle to allow a couple of substitutions. For Jersey Blues. Scott goes around the screen. Shot blocked, but a foul. Askew, who's the leading shot blocker on this team. We'll see who they get on the foul. Looks to be Askew. But it's actually Myers who picks up his first, team's second. So to the line, Naeem Scott out of Philadelphia. He doesn't have enough attempts to qualify on the region leaderboard, but he's shooting better than 90% from the line, 93. That'll get it done, and easily makes 2. Irby handed off for Burke. Back to Irby. Nice dribble move, able to stay with the handle, dumps it down to Askew, and he does the rest. So Brookdale continuing to click on the offensive end, picking up where they left off at the conclusion of 2023. It's about the only thing they could stop this team was just simply not playing games. Jumper by Ramos off target. And Burke going all the way and finishes. Amadrine Jones got a bump and a travel is called. Well, there was contact, but no foul called. Here's a couple of changes for Brookdale in the white jerseys. And one of them is a newcomer. Kareem Kelsey makes his Brookdale debut here this evening. The freshman can handle the backup point guard duties, and that's what he will do right here. Hands it off. Adam Kukai is checked in. He is a nice dish to Askew. And the Brookdale passing continues to be right on point. It's not a team that has a lot of high assist numbers. Their leader in that category is one of their big men. Jumper goes up and off the mark for Austin Ruth. Kukai brings it on. Goes cross court. Kelsey drives, and he's got his first two. It is a 20-point Brookdale lead. We have yet to play a quarter of this game tonight. Scott way outside. Tries to turn the corner. Here is Jones. Off the side of the rim, back tap, second chance. Coley Lewis, swish for three. Well, the Mighty Oaks needed that. It trims it to 17, but not for long. The explosion of the rim for Kukai, and the finish as he hits the floor. Some highlight reel plays orchestrated by Brookdale. And the long layoff so far proving no problem, as they have built up a lead and keep adding to it. Scott steps back, batted out off Kukai. 6 seconds to shoot. Philip Bird checks in. And for Salem, Tajay Jordan checking in for the first time. Bell will get a breather as well. And the inbounder, Scott. 6 on the timer. And he gets it in, catch and shoot, Ramos. That was way off the mark. Here's Bird, catch and pop. No good, rebounded by Ramos. Halfway through half number one. Scott, long three. That won't go. There's another offensive rebound. That's been the one positive for Salem. They've created quite a few second chances, but they haven't converted on many of them. There's a nice give and go, but Jordan unable to finish. Now it's 5-on-4 the other way, and Kelsey fouled before the shot. Coley Lewis picks up the personal. That's his first, the 6th against the team. Inbounder on the side, Kukai. Kelsey puts on moves. Can't get it to go. Bird comes flying in. Bird counted and one. And now Bird will try to make good on a 3-point play. At the line, he's been good on 3/4 of his attempts this year, 75%. And he got it. 31-9, a 22-point Brookdale lead. 9.5 to play in this first half. Brinkley calls out a play. Trouble there, and taken away by Bird. Brookdale pushing in transition. Myers, it goes down, and the foul. Another chance at a 3-point play. Back-to-back possessions for the Jersey Blues. Previously it was Bird, now it's Myers, a freshman from Manchester, and a first half that has been dominated by the home team. Myers up and good. when Salem had something to feel good about this season, coming off a win last night. They have come out in this first half and had a difficult time of it. Brinkley to the corner. Coley Lewis inside the arc, short. And Kelsey lets it go. It's Brookdale basketball. This Jersey Blue team is unbeaten in conference play, a perfect 9-0. They played more on the road than here at home. They'll catch up on the home games through the rest of this season. Nice find, and Myers, the easy one. Set up by Kelsey, so he immediately has played some valuable minutes. And for Paul Chizek, he's got a seat on the bench in between his two assistants, watching as his team has played about as well as he can after nearly a month of inactivity. Scott to the line. He's one of the best shooters in the league. We documented his free throw numbers, one of the best from three-point range as well, just under 50%. Trio of changes for Brookdale. Bell is back, so is Askew. Scott, 2 added 2. And here comes Amadrian Jones along with Austin Ruth for the green jerseys. Got a big uphill climb ahead of them. It's Brookdale plus 25. Still a whole lot of basketball to play tonight. Glad you're with us on this Thursday evening, Region 19 hoops. Late whistle after the bell miss. And Bell will go to the line, where he shoots it 68%. Shooting 1 and 1. He came up short, but Salem nearly botched the rebound, but they will take over. Salem team with a new head coach. It's Mike Green, who took over the program just this semester, taking over for the former A.J. Williams as Ramos launches and misses. Alley-oop to Bell. He caught it underneath the net. He has to regather. Shot in and out. Offensive rebound put back for Kelsey. So with Williams forced to exit due to personal issues, and so we send our best to the former Salem head coach. Mike Green takes over. And he had been 1-0 on his coaching ledger, and he ran into the first half buzzsaw that Brookdale is. Kukai. Bird on the drive with the left. Can't convert. Another try and good. Brinkley drive and kick. Ramos lines it up. That won't go. Rebounded by Kelsey. Outlets for Bell. The catch, no dribble, and he's fouled. The Bird dunk will not count. Brookdale executing in all facets, and they've connected on a few of those long outlet passes. You got a timeout, 6:55 to play in this first half. It's been dominated by Brookdale, and we'll be back. 6:55 to play in this first half. Brian Coutsard here with you with Thanks to the rest of our Brookdale TV crew. And it's the Jersey Blues with a 40-11 lead on Salem, as Bell looks to add to that total at the line where he nets the first one. Last foul on Amadrian Jones is number 3. Salem is maxed out with 10, and Brookdale has done a good job of limiting the foul numbers, only 3 to this point. Bell splits the pair, and the lead is 30. Austin Ruth on the drive amongst a couple of defenders, and looks like they call a foul before the shot, so they will not give Ruth the continuation. Brookdale is not in the penalty, so Bell takes his seat, replaced by Bruce Gooding, and Salem inbounds underneath. Bounce it in, contact, shot short. Ramos was looking for a call, but there was none. Kelsey tries to go glass. It's rebounded by Brinkley. Has it poked away, but it stays in his hands. Now it's Jones. Jack Zink is in. Jones, pull-up block by Askew. Back into the hands of Jones. Corner pop, Ramos. That's good. A three-pointer. Zink, he's a threat from the outside. He swings it cross court. Bird fires away. Short. Gooding is uncontested for 2. There was not a mighty oak in the area, and Gooding takes advantage. Salem set to make a change at the next whistle. Eye screen comes. Ramos, that's a long 3, and it misses. Rebounded by Kelsey. Pass, I'm not sure if it was intended for Gooding. A little sloppy and taken away by Salem. Ramos for 3, yes. Gooding's pass tipped and stolen. Here comes Brinkley. He's got nobody in front of him for 2. That will lead us to a timeout. So Salem claps their hands as they get a little something going on the offensive end of the floor. Still, though, it's Brookdale 43, Salem 19. We're coming right back. It'll be Brookdale possession as they lead 43-19 over Salem. Trell Thompson in for the first time for the Jersey Blues. Myers along the baseline. Shot clock winding down here. It's at 10. Not much going on this possession, but Bird is open. Unable to hit, and it's rebounded by Ramos. To the corner, here's Enrique Ramos, and he sticks a long ball. So that's 3 3-pointers in a fairly short amount of time, and the lead, which once was 30, is down to 21. Still considerable as Zink fires away, and he can't find the range, and it's back to the Mighty Oaks. Salem 3-3 in conference play. They fared much better on their home floor down in Carneys Point, New Jersey, where they're 3-1. Mike Green's team is looking for their first triumph on the road. They've dropped all 4 of their road games this year. 4 minutes to play, first half. As we come to you live here on Brookdale TV, streaming live on YouTube. Foul on the baseline drive is going to be Brookdale's 5th as a team. So inbounded underneath with the freshman Ramos. There's 2 Ramoses on the floor. It's that nearly got away from Scott. Long three on the way, and it wasn't a bad attempt by Josh Ramos. Now Zink to the basket, and a foul called. The whistle a little bit late, and I think that's what Mike Green is a little upset about. I've seen that on a couple of occasions so far. So Zink at the line, who's shot it very well from three, but not as well from the free throw line as he misses the first attempt. Only 40% this year. For a guy who has a great stroke from three, you certainly would expect better results from the free throw line, but he goes 1 for 2. So it's an even doubling up at 44-22. Brookdale the lead. Scott top of the key. Scott jumper inside the arc, in and out, and getting up for the rebound is Thompson. A little out of control, but Myers able to scoop it up. Find Bird inside, and with the left hand, he finishes. Bad pass and nobody home. So Wolford to the bench. Enrique Ramos checks out as well. Tajay Jordan among those who've checked in for Salem. Zink thought about it, but he bounces it for Gooding, and he knocks it down for the baseline J. Lead back up to 26. Jones against Gooding, and he's called for steps. A tight defense by Gooding forces the turnover. Here's Darnell Askew to check in. Bird comes out, but not before some valuable minutes from the Cleveland, Ohio native. Touch pass, Askew, the catch, couldn't finish all in one motion. And Salem able to take control. Getting into the late stages of this first half. High screen. Scott, jump shot, it goes down as he gets a friendly roll on a three-point try. Contact and a foul as Myers was hit, and they'll get Scott. So that sends Myers to the line. Mighty Oaks are in the penalty. Myers just had an outstanding freshman season, averaging a double-double. His first attempt is good. He averages 15 points, about 11 boards, team leader in assists and steals as well. So you talk about a guy who has filled up the stat sheet. Myers has done just that. Very consistent as a freshman player. Second attempt, good. So Brookdale's on a pace to better the 100-point plateau tonight as they're at 50. Here's an open look for Jones. Won't go. Second chance opportunity here. Jump shot, Ramos, that's strong. Rebounded by Thompson. He's got a running start with it. Finds Zink on the attack. Bucket and one. Chance at a three-point play. It's a Brookdale team. The one weakness, if there is one, is they're not a great three-point shooting team. But if they can get this many three-point plays, that kind of makes up for the absence of the long-distance shooting. So Zink, who's from right here in Middletown, played his high school ball at Calvary Christian. Free throw attempt, got it. And Salem is going to take a timeout. So we've got a minute and change and a full timeout. Back to the Collins Arena with Brookdale in front, 53-25. A minute 26 to play, first half. It'll be Salem basketball, but they're in a big hole as Brookdale leads 53-25. Set up the offense with Brinkley. He had been on the bench for the last couple of minutes. Give it up to the corner. Here is Jones. He hits. It's a three. Salem has made 4 3-pointers. So they've edged Brookdale in that category, but that's been about all they've edged them in. Gooding's jumper is no good. Offensive rebound, put back, that's good. Zink. Inside a minute to play. So we tick down to about 40 seconds. Zink went for the pocket pick. Wolford, there's a whistle. Dale fell, and they call it on Latrell Thompson, his first, so inbounded far side. About a 13-second difference, shot clock and game clock as we wind down this first half. Jumper Brinkley, he's got it. Dante Brinkley is an impressive player, the freshman Delaware native out of Newcastle. Brookdale turns it over on a double dribble. The Mighty Oaks can hold for a final shot attempt to the half. Kukai gets inserted in for Thompson. Here is Brinkley, not that time. Rebounded by Askew. Final 6 seconds of the half. Bouncing for Kukai, hook it inside Myers. Myers gets it away, shot misses, final second, and that would not have counted. It was attempted just after the horn sounded, and we are through. 20 minutes of play tonight from the Collins Arena. First game here in the new year of 2024, and it's been all Brookdale as they lead Salem by a wide margin. The score, the Jersey Blues 55, Salem 30, as Brookdale tries for a 12th consecutive win to start the season, and we'll come back to see how they do for the second half after the halftime break. And we're underway here in the second half. Brookdale leads 55-30. Salem opens up with the basketball, but in that big hole, try to feed the post. Jordan fading, and he couldn't get the short jumper to fall. Jersey Blues start the half with their original starting unit on the floor. Myers shot in and out. That was halfway down. Head of the floor, Ramos. A couple of up fakes, and he misses. Here comes Irby, finds his man. It's Myers with the right hand. Brinkley running the point guard duties for Salem into the hands now of Jones. Jumper Ramos from the corner, no. Rebounded by Bell. Bell catching a long three, can't ring it up. Rebounded by Brinkley. Starts the other way for Salem. Hesitation move, taken away, and then right back into the hands of Ramos and a foul. First foul of the half, it comes about a minute and a half in. Savon Myers called on his third, as you hear it called by the familiar voice of Dominic Sama back here on campus after spending the last couple of years here. and filling in on the public address duties tonight. We send our best to Rob Halsey and hope to have him back with us soon. Jump shot is off from Jones. Regan Burke looks up the floor. Burke swoops in, and it's going the other way. Offensive foul. We also send our best to Ian Mulhern, one of my partners here in the booth, and hope that he joins us back here soon as well. And an unforced giveaway as Brinkley was working too close to the boundary and was out of bounds. Change coming in, Naeem Scott replacing Joshua Ramos. So it's back to the Jersey Blues. It'll be Burke. Brookdale 5 of Burke, Myers, Bell, Irby, and Askew. Here's Myers. He drills it. Save on Myers. A three-pointer. He extends the range, not known as an outside shooter. Scott, the answer, falls short. Here's another open look from the corner. This one is an air ball. Feel it. Oh! Swatted on the inside by Myers. He's doing it all now. The three on one end and about an emphatic a block shot as you will ever see on the other. So Salem had a couple of cracks from three-point range, and the shot from in close was absolutely demolished. Brookdale lead of 30, 60-30, they lead. Burke tries to chip in from three. Bell collects the offensive rebound. Back up he goes. A lot of context surrounding him as he hits the deck. Back the other way, the Mighty Oaks. Acceleration from Jones. Three on the way. Another air ball. Head of the floor is Bell off the pass from Askew, and the two. Austin Ruth is open, way short. Salem has made a few from downtown, but overall they have shot a very low percentage from the floor. Brookdale has been in control from the get-go after going nearly a month with no games. Missed by Burke, offensive rebound Bell. Here is Irby, and the rebound is to Jones. Jones stops at the foul line, comes up short, has his own rebound. Shot blocked by Myers. Give him another rejection. Burke brings it on. Irby slips it inside. Finish goes. It's Bell. Bell, for his standards, having a relatively quiet night. Back the other way is Coley Lewis. Brookdale advances it. It's Irby, goes down to the floor, and it's taken away. And now here comes Scott. He's got Myers to beat, and he doesn't beat him, but Myers commits the foul, and that's got everyone on the Brookdale bench standing in disbelief. As they thought that was a clean rejection. Would have been the third in short order for Myers. Instead, it's a free throw opportunity for number 0 in your program, Naeem Scott. Out of Philadelphia. This is a young Salem team. Of their 9 available players, 7, including Scott, are freshmen. Substitutions, Tyvon Wolford is in. So is Tajay Jordan. Scott, who's nearly automatic from the free throw stripe at 93%. Second try, he gets the roll. Bell for 3. Offensive rebound. Bird for Askew, and he's got it. Trying to split through 2, and there's a foul. It's Brookdale's 4th as they were ready to have a 3-on-0 break, but the official interferes with the whistle, which is a good time to tell you that the officials for tonight's game are Dan Comas, Anthony Wilkerson, and Christopher Popper. 66-32. Led from the start tonight. Ramos, good. That's a 3. Make it a 31-point separation. Dale, number 1 in the region standings, and that wasn't always the case as Askew drops it from 2, because Montgomery at one time had a better record or just more wins in conference play, but now they have a loss on their ledger. So it's Brookdale 1, Montgomery 2, Northampton 3. 10 to shoot, Brinkley drive and a kick to the corner, and it's good. It rattles in for Ramos. Slows down the pace. Burke jump step move, gave it away out of bounds, and it's to Salem. Now, meanwhile, for Salem, they just haven't played very many games, only 8 in total, and that counts last night. So they've got a much heftier schedule in the January and February portion. Brinkley, no. In fact, they're in a current stretch of playing 3 games in 4 days. That's kind of a rarity. The Region 19. Askew dunks it. And that gives Brookdale an even 70 on the board. 38 for the opposition. 6 minutes down in the second half. And here for Scott. He can shoot it, he will here, and it's an air ball. It's one where at some levels the crowd will make you hear it, but this crowd is a little bit tame. Spinning. Wolford one-on-one. He throws up a 3. And rebound taken by Irby. Foul called. That will be the team's second. So Salem had maxed out in that category in half number 1, but only 2 so far. Host of changes forthcoming for the Mighty Oaks. Austin Ruth, one of them. 3 others waiting at the scorer's table. Foul on Brinkley is number 3 on the talented freshman. They come. Joshua Ramos, Taji Jordan, and Amadrian Jones, all in for Salem. Brookdale's got their regular unit out there with the exception of Bird, the one fill-in. Ruth. Jordan backs in against Askew. And it's snatched by Burke. Bird, nice find and Askew. Dylan Bird just does so many things, even without scoring. He defends relentlessly, and he showed off a nice passing ability as well. Foul on Scott's drive will send him to the line. Kareem Kelsey and Adam Kukai are about to check in for Brookdale. Kelsey in his Brookdale debut, and he made his presence felt in that first half, to be sure. Paul Chizek said before the game that he would be a regular part of the rotation. He has stood true to his word, as here come the two changes. Scott continues to make his free throws. He's 5 out of 5. And when you're a 93% shooter, that's about what you would expect. And Scott will go to the bench. Kelsey comes in to take over the point guard duties, nearly throws it to Salem, but Brookdale retains it. Don't believe we have had one case of the possession arrow indicating whose ball it is, so it's somewhat unusual. Bird, and he puts it home off the feed from Askew. So we've seen Bird to Askew, and that time it's Askew to Bird. Turning the favor nicely. The lead is 35, now the largest of the night, and matters made worse for Salem. A turnover, one-on-one on the break. Bell, and taken here by Jones. Ramos tees up a three, rebounded by Kelsey. Kukai is open. Way off. Bird's got it for two. Lead getting closer to the 40-point margin now. Game that has been blown out of the water. Brinkley back to the line. For Brookdale, I don't know that you could have expected this dominant a performance, having gone nearly 30 days without a game. But they seemingly have picked up as though they never stopped. A team that was the national champions a year ago. I think sometimes the results from that kind of year are, you get kind of a season where you need to retool a little bit on the fly. This team came in with a lot of new players, a lot of unknowns. How would they fit in? Could they keep up the same dominant level of play? And they've answered all of the questions. Just could be a threat to make it back-to-back national titles, but you don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves if you're Brookdale. Still a lot of season to go, still have some tough competition ahead of them. Another block, this time it's Askew. Kelsey goes behind the back, picks it up, finds Askew for the bucket. Here's a steal, and it's Kukai, two more. Unstoppable. The Jersey Blues in transition. And that has just always been a staple of the Paul Chizek-led teams. Now, they may have a year where they don't shoot it as well, but they never have a year where they're not a run-and-gun style. get a well-earned rest as he jogs off. Wolford puts up a 3. It's long. And off the deflection, it's to Zink. Floating pass. Myers. So many easy baskets. I mean, we haven't done too many games as good as Brookdale has been. With a margin like this, it is 43 points. Facing a team that comes off a win just last night. A win that had stopped what was a 4-game losing streak. They turned the calendar, turned the page, the program to a new head man in Mike Green. Started off so well. And here, Ram 2 in the new year, just the opposite. Just little to no answers. All game long, Brookdale's been able to do whatever they wanted. Particularly in this second half, it's been a layup drill. Brinkley jump pass to himself. That was interesting. Brinkley was looking for a teammate. He threw it off the back of either a teammate or a Brookdale defender, and able to collect it himself for the 2. Jordan, yes. Kelsey may have walked with it, got away with it. Myers down low, and 1, yes. And he'll shoot 1. Askew comes out of the game. Philip Bird has really been one of Brookdale's valuable players in this game tonight, as they have started 2024 in style. Yes, we thank you for joining us, streaming live here on YouTube on Brookdale TV, with thanks to our Brookdale TV crew. Brian Goudsward here with you. 3-pointer, no. Tried by Ramos. Jordan puts it up, gets his own rebound, and converts. Everyone out there had a very nice holiday season, ready to get back in the swing of things. Welcome back to Bruce Gooding, who checks in. 90-48 as we wind down the final 7.5 minutes. Next up for Brookdale will be a matchup at Union. Won't be an easy game. It was a game that Brookdale won considerably back in December, but the interesting thing about that game was at the half it was tied. And in the second half it was all Brookdale, so we'll see what the two teams have in store for the rematch on Union's home floor come the weekend. That's an early tip-off at noon. It starts a 3-game road swing for the Jersey Blues, so we won't see you back here for about a 12-day stretch. January the 23rd, they return home for a date with Bergen. As the conference play continues, a bunch of conference games coming up. All 3 on the road swing, with Passaic and Ocean, the others. Bird got it. Brinkley from the foul line, off the rim. Rebounded by Bird. Lead it for Zink. And Zink is mauled as he goes down, then gets up and will shoot a pair. I said Zink got mauled, and the officials agreed. They call a flagrant foul. So Zink all alone on his end of the floor to shoot. Mike Green is making his case against the call with the official, but so Zink splits the pair, and now Brookdale will have possession. The rules of the flagrant. Or no, it's just going to be a continued free throw opportunity once the officials determine going over the protocol here, and it seems that they're mixed up. So the conversation continues. And after all that, it is not more free throws for Zink. They're calling him underneath the basket to inbound it. So eventually we'll get back underway. It'll be a re-trigger in. Here's Zink. Can't hit the three. Rebounded by Jordan. Ramos on the curl to the basket. And last touch, Jersey Blues. Stays with Salem. Ramos will be called away by Brinkley. Bird back in, and Kelsey gets the late message to go to the bench. 6:13 to play now. His ball movement, shot good. It's Ramos. Kukai tries to turn the corner, pass intercepted. Naeem Scott, nicely done in transition. Paul Chizek will take a timeout. Down to 5:22 to play in this one. We're in the second half, and it's all Brookdale with a 40-point lead on Salem. We return to the Collins Arena on Brookdale TV in a moment.
My name?
I'm Brian Gadsford here with you. We thank our entire Brookdale TV crew. While it was about a month off for the Jersey Blues as the alley-oop try goes awry, it was a time off for our crew as well. Jones short. Hard hit. We already had one flagrant this half, and that time Kukai got run into.
On the floor, foul number 3. Shot was Holy Lewis. It is her personal 15th on Salem.
And Bandit Zink catching fire. Offensive rebound. Philip Bird with the putback. Jones' pass goes to Wolford, and he drops the 3 ball. Well, Salem has made more 3-pointers than Brookdale, but that has mattered very little in a game that is a 41-point difference. Looks like we're going to have another timeout on the floor with 4:23 to go. So Salem takes the stoppage, a full timeout. The late stages of this one. Just the only question the rest of the way for Brookdale is, will they get to the 100-point mark? And it's probably a good bet. They have only once this season, but that one game they scored 123 in a rout at Bergen. Scott unable to hit the long ball. Brookdale with a 3-pointer will do just that, hit the century mark. Another lopsided affair. Brookdale's been no stranger to these kind of games. That's Gooding. All 11 of their wins coming into the night, all decided by double figures. A couple of those by 10 points, so that's on the low end of double figures, but they just keep clicking off win after win. And Gooding, good again. Drive by Scott. Seen more whistles here lately. Game, of course, well in hand. Brookdale at this point looking ahead to the next one at Union. Both of these teams will play on Saturday. For Salem, the opponent, Rowan Gloucester, as they will head back home and look for much better results. But I mentioned earlier, they've had much better results at home this year. They've won 3 of 4 there, but are going to drop to 0-5 away from home. Zink is wide open, buries it. You leave him with that much space, he's going to take advantage. Brookdale had a player last year, Josiah Basket was the sharpshooter. Zink has a lot of basket in his game. Of course, we remarked many times last year, he can't have a better name than Basket as a basketball player. Trading 3-pointers now the last couple of possessions. 2.5 to go. That is Urdili Cabrera, who's in for the first time, and now Bird going to the line. So Bird at the line. Foul on Shaquez Coley Lewis, his personal number 4. Most players in the region or from the tri-state area generally. And then you got Philip Bird, whom they recruited from Cleveland. Seen the kind of impact that he's had, especially tonight. Played a lot of minutes, contributing well. 105-63. More lopsided results of the season. Brookdale foul is going to be their 9th, so they continue to play physical. Free throws for Amadrian Jones, coming off a 17-point performance in the win last night. 3 Mighty Oaks were double figures for that when Brinkley led the way. Jones playing a supporting role off the bench. Starting tonight, he misses the free throw. Ramos, high arcer, and through the net it goes on a triple. Ramos fires away, another high release. Brookdale use as much clock as they like to get this one over with. As Bird posts up and scores. Screen Jones. Ramos pass tipped to the back court. 10 seconds to shoot. Jones is contacted. And not sure why Brookdale has continued to play quite this physically, as they're now maxed out in fouls in a game that they lead by 41. Foul on Cabrera, so in his limited minutes, he's picked up 2 personals. I don't think Paul Chizek's going to like that too much. Jones back to the line. That won't be about the only thing Paul Chizek won't like. I mean, his team thoroughly dominant tonight. Starting the new year right. Year's resolutions and all. Couple of possessions to go in this one. They're still playing to the final whistle. Bird thought he was fouled. Here is Jones. No foul called this time. Zink in a fight for it. The Salem basketball. As we get set to wrap this one up, Brookdale will go to a mark of 12-0. 5-0 here at home in Lincroft as they get the new semester started. Rebound Bird. The shot clock is now turned off. Final 15 seconds. Salem content to back off. And this will be an even 40-point victory for the home team. Dominance in Lincroft. Final second, it's over. And the final score tonight, the Jersey Blues 107. Their second highest total of the season. And they blow away Salem, who manages 67 points in Game 2 under head coach Mike Green. So you see the teams getting together for the high five line, and this one was all Brookdale from the start. So this team looks poised poised to make another run at a national championship this year. Several dominating performances already this year, and now they hit the road for the next 3 back home come January the 23rd against Bergen. So that'll be the next time we see you here on Brookdale TV. On the men's side, we'll be back in action as well as the women's team will take the floor coming up in about a week and a half. So we thank you for joining us here on Brookdale TV. I'm Brian Gadsword saying thanks so much for watching. Have a good night as we say so long from the Collins Arena.